Hey guys! So tonight I want to talk about Once Upon a Time's winter finale, and I'm going to end it with a little bit from Rain's winter finale. I don't really want to make a whole video because I don't know how many people got into Rain, but with there being so many Once Upon a Time fans, I think a lot of people instantly got into Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, just getting fans from that show. So, anyways, the winter finale was tonight, and it was crazy, in my opinion. It it was a lot. Spoilers. Let me go ahead and say there will be spoilers because I'm talking about what happened on the episode of the winter finale, which is the last episode until March. So, anyways, it ended. I don't know. It left me kind of sad at the end just because. Okay, going back. So, Alice and Will, they're looking for Cyrus, blah blah blah, in the woods. And the Red Queen, it's a lot to it. If you don't watch the show, I would definitely get into it before the spring premiere. I guess it would be the spring season premiere. So, anyways, um, so yeah, they're in the woods. They're looking for Cyrus, and the Red Queen catches him. But long story short, I'm just gonna cut to the end. I'm not gonna talk about the whole episode. Like if you watched it, what do you think about the ending of the show? Just a recap of the ending of what happened on the episode. Basically, Will, okay, backing up, Jafar, he sent the storm cloud with blue electricity surging through it and lightning and stuff. He sent that to find the Red Queen because he basically put her on her hit list and said, "You gotta die now." So, anyway, it's because she tricked him with the genie bottle. Anyways, he sends the cloud. Cyrus and the Red Queen gets to Alice and Will and the White Rabbit, and she's trying to talk them into trusting her. She tells Will that all she ever really wanted was his love back, and she'd give up everything to be back with him, which I thought was sweet. You can tell that there was a lot of love between him and Anastasia before she became the Red Queen. And even though they didn't believe her about her feelings for Will and what she truly wanted, I honestly do. Because if you remember a couple of episodes back, when he got turned into stone by Jafar, she was the one who released him. But she didn't let him know that. So the only person that I don't think anyone knows, actually, now that I think about it. Alice might have figured it because she knew that the Red Queen had the dust that could possibly do it. But I don't know if anyone ever really knows that it was her that released him from the stone encasing. But anyways, she's talking about how she just wants to be with him. They don't believe her. And that's what's stopping the White Rabbit from making the hole so that they can all leave together, because Will's like, "I'm not going anywhere with her. I don't trust her." Alice is ready to fight her, which I'm not going to lie, I would have loved to see that fight, because even though the Red Queen is a queen at the moment, if you've watched the previous episodes, then you know before she became queen, her and Will were out robbing everybody and stealing all kinds of stuff, and she was in the woods fighting. So she's got a few battle skills, up her sleeve, just like Alice does. So I would have liked to see the fight. But either way, they just, no one believed her, but Cyrus did. And so when Cyrus said that he believed her, of course Alice is going to go with what he says. And so they tell the White Rabbit to start digging the hole so that they can all escape to get away from Jafar so he can't hurt them. Alice and Cyrus can be together and happily ever after. But of course, if you could tell, mostly like Once Upon a Time and Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, even though there is happy ever afters, most of the time they don't happen like that, and something always goes wrong. But I guess that's what keeps it suspenseful, because you never know what really may happen. But anyways, she tells the White Rabbit to dig the hole. Right before that, I guess like a bolt of lightning come down, like the cloud is over them that Jafar sent, and the bolt of lightning or whatever it is kind of come down, and the Red Queen deflects it, but when she deflects it, it hits the knave and he falls out to the ground, and like he's near death. And so as soon as he falls out, something comes over Alice and she falls out. Going back to another episode, because at first I really didn't understand what was going on with Alice, but going back to one of the other episodes earlier in the season, or actually it was the episode when Jafar turned him into stone. She had asked, one of her first wish to save him was for Jafar to kill the knave. He would have to kill Alice too. That's the way she saved him, because Alice was not his target. He needed Alice alive to hopefully, I guess, get to Cyrus or find the bottle. Or I really don't remember what was going on in the earlier episodes of why he wanted to keep her alive. But at that point in time, he didn't want to keep her alive. And so she made that wish, which is why instead of killing Will, the knave, he turned him into stone. So fast forwarding back to now in the last episode, she deflects it, it hits Will, he falls out near death, and then Alice falls out because of this wish made earlier on. Because if you notice, in both Once Upon a Time and Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, magic always has a price. And so even though what she wished for helped her then, it's kind of working against her now, because she's back with Cyrus and Will is he almost got killed, which is killing her as well. So she's almost on death, and Cyrus is asking her to make her last wish, because she's used both the two of her wishes, so she only has one left. And if she makes that one wish, it will send Cyrus back into the bottle, which is what she does not want. She doesn't care. She'd rather die than for him to be entrapped in the bottle or for something bad to happen to him. True love. I absolutely love the whole thing about true love. But anyways, so then with his dying breath, he doesn't remind Alice, but he tells Cyrus that early on, which was actually the very first episode, Alice promised Will that if he helped her find Cyrus, that she would give him one wish. And so he decides that he wants to take advantage of that one wish at this point in time. So while he's laying in Anastasia's arms, almost dying, or the Red Queen for those who's really not used to her being called Anastasia. I just think the name Anastasia is very pretty. But anyways, while he's dying in Anastasia's arms, he gets that one wish, and his wish was to end Alice's suffering. And so with that, Alice comes to, and she's wondering how it happened because she knew she was near death. And Cyrus explains to her what happened. So then she's asking, well, since the last wish was just made, why didn't you go back into your bottle? And if you've ever noticed, in the earlier episodes, Cyrus always had these gold bands around his wrist, which was basically bounding him to being a genie. And then, so she's looking for, his bands are gone, so he's been released. Cyrus is now free. Well, wondering how that happened, the White Rabbit explains that since Will asked he wished for Alice's suffering to be gone, that also released Cyrus as being a genie, because that was part of her suffering. Because of him being a genie, it made it hard for them to be together. So anyways, they're rejoicing, they're back together, and then they look over, Anastasia's still sitting on the ground, but Will is nowhere to be found. So now they're looking for Will, and then Cyrus completely, he gets it before anyone else does, that the wish that Will made released Cyrus, but now Will is stuck in the bottle as a genie, which when the lightning bolt or whatever from Jafar's cloud of madness, when it struck down, the Red Queen was holding Cyrus's bottle, and it flew out of her hand, and it fell over, and apparently it fell into water. Because the end of the episode is basically you see Will in the bottle, and the bottle is, and when they, pan the camera out showing what's going on outside the bottle, honestly, I thought Jafar had found the bottle and thought he may have had Cyrus, and that's how they was going to end it. But this guy is in this bottle riding down a river, and it goes over a waterfall, and it's just gone. So I'm pretty sure when it comes back, when the season premieres again in March, I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be the majority of that season, is them trying to find Will and trying to find the bottle, probably before Jafar once again. And now this time, they're probably going to all work together because the Red Queen loves Will. She wants to get him back, and she's probably going to help Alice and Cyrus. And now they're all going to be a target for Jafar. But anyways, I love this show. I really do. This and Once Upon a Time really focuses on believing in yourself, believing in those you love, trust, and the main basis of it is true love, which I think is just so. I love watching it. I just love the interaction on screen, even though I know it's acting, except for Once Upon a Time, since Snow and Charming are actually engaged in real life. But anyways, off topic. But even portrayed on camera, I just think it's really sweet, and I just love how the creators of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland and Once Upon a Time captures that essence of true love. But I don't know. I like how it ended. It threw me for a loop because I did not expect Cyrus to be released, and I did not expect Will to get trapped inside the bottle. So yeah, that was crazy. Let me know what you think about it. Leave it in the comments below. You can, on my page, you can get to me on Facebook, Twitter. Let me know what you think. I love this show, and none of my friends, I don't think any of my friends have really got into it. So I would love to have someone to talk to about it. But anyways, the video is going on kind of long. But the only other review kind of that I want to do is Rain. Which Rain... Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, it comes on the CW. I had to think about it because I don't even know what channel it comes on. I have so many shows that I watch. I just have them on DVR and let them run. But Rain, this is one show that's I think it's different from a lot of other shows that's on TV right now. But it's a really good show. The only thing I didn't like about it is the whole magical aspect, or the dark magic that's keeping Mary away from her true love, or the girl in a tunnel that throws rocks. Like, I don't understand all that. I think it's pointless. I think the whole plot of this show with Mary and Francis and all of them, I think that works really well without the whole magical aspect. But actually, I was going to do a video I was going to add on to this and talk about Rain, but I actually think I'm going to make it a whole nother video so that I can go more in depth without making this video extremely long. So if you're interested to see what I have to say about Rain, or if you're interested to even know what it's about, just, click on my other video whenever it's posted. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe. Let me know what's on your mind. And thanks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in and joining me. And like I said, let me know what you think. Interaction, people. Interaction. I need it. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Deuces.